out my Renaissance men and women. Hopefully you can hear me all right. The train is a bit noisy behind me here, but we're actually in the town of Lytton, British Columbia. I'm sure some of you may know the town actually burned to the ground. It's a bit of a strange one. The whole entire town burned to the ground, but I don't know, some of the trees are burnt up there, you can see, but I have been noticing a lot of the trees around the town aren't even burnt, so it kind of leads me to believe that there's something more to that story, and I got quite a few things about that story that I would like to share. First I want to show you something really cool here. So this nice greenish blue river down here is that's actually the Thompson River. By the way, my last name is Thompson, so it's named after David Thompson, the famous explorer, the famous Canadian and American explorer, David Thompson. And actually David Thompson, he has the very first Sasquatch encounter documented from the 1800s. He found a bunch of tracks and stuff when he was out exploring. He was a map maker for the Hudson's Bay Company, and there's a lot of history on him. We'll do another video on that, but anyway, he found some Sasquatch tracks, and he has the very first documented Sasquatch encounter on record, so that's pretty cool.
In 1788, David Thompson was working for the Hudson's Bay Company when he suffered an accident, breaking his leg so badly he almost died. But he didn't die. It took him an entire year to learn to walk again, and in that year he spent his time studying astronomy, navigation, and map making. He looked at the maps at the Hudson's Bay Company where he worked and dreamed of what lay beyond their unfinished borders. He decided that he wanted to finish those maps, and he did. David Thompson became the greatest map maker who ever lived, traveling 90,000 kilometers throughout North America and mapping 4.9 million square kilometers along the way. You could call it the original man in motion. We are a country of explorers. One of the first white men to document evidence of the creature was explorer David Thompson. In 1811, while searching for a waterway from the Hudson's Bay to the Columbia River, Thompson discovered something unexpected. January 6, continuing our journey, in the afternoon, we came along a track of a large animal. The snow about 6 inches deep in the ice. I measured it. 4 large toes, each 4 inches in length, and each with a short claw. The ball of the foot, some 3 inches lower than the toes. The hind part of the foot did not mark well. The length, 14 inches by 8 inches. The Indians would have it to be a young mammoth, and I held the track to be of a large old grizzly bear. The shortness of the nails, the ball of the foot, and its great size was not that of a bear.
zoom in and show you how you can actually see the two colors as they join into one river. So there it is, the Thompson on the left and the Fraser on the right. Very beautiful. And if you want to check out an awesome place, is Kumsheen Rafting. And you may have seen the rafts just come up there on the highway. Those are the rafts for the Kumsheen Rafting Resort. And this is the location where they pick them up when they're all done and they drive them back to the resort. Awesome trip. Kumsheen Rafting, I highly recommend checking them out. I've rafted the Thompson with them probably 4 or 5 times now. Definitely beautiful country out here. I would 100% love to buy a piece of land out here. There's still absolutely nothing built in the town. The town is just still nothing. There's just nothing being built. They keep saying on the news and stuff that they're rebuilding. I don't see a damn new building up there yet. So I don't know what's going on there, but later in this video, I'm gonna talk about what, there's just some really weird things about that whole, the whole Lytton fire. Some locals have seen, wait for this bitch to shut up.
On your smartphone, connect to a Wi-Fi network whose name starts with think where.
There has been a few locals that witnessed the train on fire as it rolled into town.
Fire was sparked up by a train. This one was spotted burning 45 kilometers south of the village that afternoon. CN says its train did not cause or sustain the fire. CN does have a program to remove any vegetation that may pose a safety hazard.
And I want to show you guys a clip of the head doctor of Lytton, British Columbia. Let's check out this clip, and this video is going to be a bit difficult to make to get out of the algorithm, so we will use some other words to describe certain juices and things like that.
Good afternoon. My name again is Stephen Price. I'm a local lawyer here as a volunteer to assist. We have as a witness this afternoon Dr. Charles Hoffe. Dr. Hoffe, you're appearing today. Do you promise to tell the truth and explain what your story to us?
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Your education and qualifications, please.
Yes, I'm a family practitioner and trained emergency room physician. I did my medical training in South Africa. I have worked in South Africa, in the United Kingdom, and in Canada as a family doctor and as a rural emergency room physician. I've been in Canada since 1990 and in British Columbia since 1993.
You were working in Lytton?
I was the town's only resident doctor. I have been the town's only resident doctor since 2004. I was very dedicated to the protection of and the health care of our community.
I understand you're no longer working as an emergency room doctor.
That is correct.
What happened?
Because Trudeau said even though it wasn't safe for the people of Europe, it was fine for Canadians. So I accepted my reprimand. I then began to see very serious neurological problems arising in my own patients. I had been these people's family doctor for 29 years. I knew them very well. And when I saw new disease processes initiated in these people that I had no explanation with, that all started anywhere up to 72 hours after their
foundations left. See the church is still there. I'm not sure how that managed. One or two homes. There's a couple more. There's a few homes still up here. Check out down here. Come here every year. Like, I really liked Lytton. It's a really awesome place. It's a small little community, mainly First Nations people. Great little town. I used to go to the bar here, spend a lot of time there, at the grocery store and stuff, buying food, stuff for camping, and now it's just all gone. Really sad. A couple homes left here, but not many. I don't even know how they avoided not to get burned to the ground, these little homes. They did. They got lucky. The train is just down there too, so the train does roll right through the town. As far as I know, that train is what caused the fire. You can see these trees in the town are burned, but if you go a little bit outside the town limits there's no burnt trees. You can see up in there, like those trees there aren't even touched by the fire up on the hill there. These ones here are, but these aren't what started this fire. The fire started in the town. And if there's any locals that know a bit more to this story, please fill me in the comments, and I want to hear from you, and maybe we'll do another video on this too, because this needs to be talked about a lot more. The first couple of years when this fire first happened, because we still kept coming here even after the fire to do our rafting thing or whatever, but they had it all barricaded off like it was all top secret. Still, they have the fences up there. They got fences, and then they have black mesh on the fences, so you can't even look down into the town. And then I did notice a few dudes in hazmat suits and stuff down in here digging in the rubble. It was really weird. It was almost like something top secret was going on in here. If anybody knows more to this story, yeah, definitely fill me in. So here it is. Here's the look, just all untouched forest. How did the fire get in here if it was a forest fire? All this stuff's untouched, not even burnt. The homes aren't touched, the forest isn't touched. It's just all greenery. And it's the same over there. Very interesting. I don't believe a forest fire caused this, but that's my opinion. Same thing over there. All green, nothing burnt. That's on the other side of the Fraser over there. And then look at the town. Gone. And they blamed it. They said this is a wildfire. Where did the fire come from? Somebody tell me that. Look at the mountain straight ahead. No burned trees, nothing. There's a couple in the valley there, but it's not what did it. I'm telling you folks. Something else happened here. We gotta figure out what. We gotta make this public. I'll tell you what I do know.
More people have been ordered to evacuate because of the Donny Creek wildfire. 2 new evacuation orders were issued Sunday night for about a dozen properties. The 400,000 hectare fire is burning out of control about 150 kilometers north of Fort St. John. The Peace River Emergency Operations Center says this fire poses an immediate threat to safety.
We're about 4 times above the normal area burned that we see usually at this time of year.
Crews are taking advantage of the weather right now, laying fire breaks, but this isn't going to last. It's a fluid situation. The wild card is the wind. Farah?
Trying to find some locals to talk to, but nobody. I asked a couple people in the gas station. They don't want to talk on camera about the fire, so I'll keep looking. There's nobody left in this town. There's literally one gas station left here, and that's it. So I don't know what else to do here, other than reach out to maybe someone that watches the channel. I kind of wanted to put the stuff in the video, but maybe we'll have to make a second part to this. If anybody out there watches the channel that's from Lytton, British Columbia, or nearby, or anybody that knows any more information on this. Shit, someone's watching me. Someone's watching me here. I better head out. He does not look happy with me. I better get out of here. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna head out of here. Don't want to get in trouble here. So I'm not sure which direction the train was traveling, but there's the train bridge, and this is the track that runs right into the town. The sun's about to set here soon. That's the track that I'm guessing that the fire was on that caused all this devastation. There used to be a town right there, a whole town. Now there's nothing. I just seen a group of Hell's Angels parked, a bunch of them on their bikes. See what happens when we make this video. those guys weren't patched up, but the guys I just seen, they were patched up, had their patches on. But they were parked, so I know that they will, the angels will sometimes put a jacket over top of their patch. So
in Canada, there was a town called Lytton. I say was because on June 30th, it burned to the ground. The day before, the temperature had hit 49.6 degrees Celsius, the hottest ever recorded in our country. Canada is warming, on average, twice as quickly as the rest of the world. And in our north, it's 3 times quicker. The science is clear. We must do more and faster. So that's the pledge and the call I bring to this historic meeting. We've already laid the groundwork. In 2015, at the COP in Paris, I committed that Canada would put a price on pollution. We did that. And despite stiff political opposition, the Supreme Court upheld it, and Canadians supported it in our last 2 elections. We know pollution pricing is key to getting emissions down while getting innovation up and running. Our carbon price trajectory is one of the most globally ambitious ones, and it's rising to $170 a ton in 2030. This is a meaningful price on pollution designed not just to make life cleaner, but also make life more affordable and less expensive for Canadians. I call on other countries to do the same.